Good day. This is Opa Hope Day, reading from the page Trustee on Guard, edited by a 12-year-old TDSB student. You need a trustee who can see harm in a policy idea before the harm is done. If you desire a courageous trustee who would be on guard, say what is in the best interest of all students, vote on principle, provide solutions that are respectful and dignified for all students, and have a heart-invested interest to seek unification without demonization, shame, or blame, then mark an X on your ballot for me, Opa Hope Day, as your Ward 17 trustee. Similar to the thought that having school resource officers, SRO, was a good idea in Toronto schools that were in areas designated at risk, so is this current well-intentioned thought that having curriculum that injects shame and blame to students' ancestry is a good idea of balancing racism. In make it even, now it's your turn to feel uncomfortable manner of delivery. Shame and blame never elevates. The mere essence of shame is to condemn, and of blame, it is to negate personal responsibility for actions. Shame and blame are not energies that foster positive growth or meaningful transformation. The well-intention of the SRO program brought with it many negative blowbacks to students within Toronto who were now being and feeling profiled within the halls of their learning. Now, profiling based on ancestry is occurring to students of African descent, predetermining low performance based on their ethnicity, so help is needed based on this predetermination of a handicap. While students whose ancestry is being linked to slave traders, masters, and overseers are being predetermined to be more academically inclined. When that narrative isn't definitive to achieve the agenda of keeping students of African descent in a state of victimhood, the narrative changes to family income status. Why? Because some African descendant families have been successful of breaking through the narrative, and God forbid we use their example at magnified 10x. And I'm speaking in relation to the cancellation of the specialty programs and taking away auditions and testings, making the claim of families' income being the reason why some students are not able to get in and others aren't. With the SRO program, the focus should have been first having the Toronto Public Police Services, TPS, address the issue of profiling and the traumas that those practices negatively affected the neighborhoods of our TDSB students. Those trauma wounds then spills into our school's environment with the presence of SRO. This is why SRO program was not a good idea for all TDSB schools. Toronto Police Services 2022 report admitted that many students and their families have what they have been saying about the racial issue as it pertains to interaction with law enforcement. And there's a hyperlink on that will take you to the report. With the admitted proof from the TPS report, the ripple effects of frustration is more highly probable to be shown in decisions by students of African descent upon the arrival of SRO to an incident. The best way to improve relationship among students and their access to make integrity-based decisions is to increase their access to self-esteem, not put in place resource officers from the Toronto Police Services. The same goes for curriculum that provides tangible measures of increased self-esteem within our schools, not curriculum of shame and blame. This tangible measure will require a top-down accountability and responsibility from the leadership style. Creating an urgent course correction within our school environments is crucial, and blame never makes progress. The implementation of any curriculum in our school that has any form of critical race theory, CRT, within it will produce long-term counterproductive results, similar to the SRO initiative. CRT is unsuccessful to have repaired the race relationship that has been used to divide. Teachers are the captains of the environment of each class. Principals are the captains of the environment of each school. Superintendents are the captains of the environment of each cluster, and your trustee is the captain of what enters into your cluster. It will be my priority to ensure that schools I represent do not have any critical race theory curriculum in place. Instead, my schools will have an environment that is ripe with dignity and respect to all students by performing in-person audits that I will do, and the development of a student teacher success tracking portal directly to me from parents, guardians, and or students themselves. This would keep accountability, transparency, and full disclosure as to what is occurring in our school's environment. Sincerely, Opa Hope Day, your trusted trustee. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.